Today is September 12th, 2024, and this is the Glenwood City Council Planning Session.
Still waiting on it.
Let's see here. I need to sign this set of minutes right here, something we approved, and the auditor's getting very touchy about not having set aside minutes. This is on back in May of 17th, 2023. There's only gonna be 1, 2, 3. Let's see here, I was there, Ryan's not here, so he can't sign, Jimmy can sign, Alan can sign, Chris can sign. So that's gonna be, the three of us are gonna sign it. 4 of us, right?
Yeah.
And this was done back in May of 17.
I'm leaving this right here, because I got the section 4 out.
Okay. I just need to sign that set of minutes. Somebody, Ryan's got the sign set, he didn't bring it back, so I'm trying to make sure everything gets signed. There's only one set of them that I didn't have signed. You'll sign that.
You be doing black or blue? Does it
I
matter?
don't care. This time blue would be better, black.
I better sign before Alan, if not, he's gonna speak on wrong.
We lock them in.
He
It's 6 o'clock. All right. Just for word information, we had our closing audit today, and the auditor will give that back to us, everything, both from Billy T's last year and my first year, is fine and all right. The only thing she had, and it's on down here, and I'll get Brenda to make that up the way you want to. The ordinance of what the mayor could spend back in 17
Yeah, 2017.
was back when Sharon and Ron were having all the confusion. Remember, I wasn't here. But anyway, ordinance, what is that, 1703?
Yeah.
Had where you took away all the rights of the recorder treasurer and you gave the mayor the authority to spend $20,000 without council approval. And right now, she took the minutes because, and she said, we understand there was a lot of confusion back then, and your minutes are signed saying, we got copies of that, saying that everything was approved. But the ordinance didn't sign. So, she said, redo the ordinance and get it to me, and we're cool. She said, because we see the intent was there. So, Monday night, we'll have the ordinance, but y'all are gonna have to tell Brenda, I'll get Brenda to type it up.
How you want it this
Okay.
time.
And y'all need to say the limit that's gonna be in the ordinance Monday night. So you'll
Yeah.
have, so whatever you want the mayor's, and all I want in that ordinance, cause whatever you did with, whatever they did back in 17 to take the recorder treasurer's powers away, if it's not a signed ordinance, it doesn't stand anywhere. So that's gone. So we're gonna have to do, well, the first discussion that we're gonna have is, what we're gonna, how Jason's gonna fulfill the recorder treasurer job and where we're gonna go with that, so we know what to bring for money to be. But, what is y'all's wishes on the ordinance for, that we need to bring for Monday night for what you're gonna allow the mayor to spend without,
She did say 20,000 is the limit.
in 20,000 is what it was, in 17, it's what the council approved, but the signed ordinance is not bindable, so we need to redo that ordinance. So how much do y'all want me to bring? We'll bring an ordinance to us for Monday night, but I need to know the dollar amount. I don't care what y'all set it at, it's just gotta go with them so they know when they're looking at. She said today, tell me if I'm wrong, she said today, I wish y'all would authorize every dollar spent in a council meeting, then there's not any question. Now, that was your auditor today. She said, I wish y'all would, I don't care whether it's in the budget or not, I wish you'd authorize every dollar. She she said, it'd make my job a whole lot easier. And I don't care if we do that. There'd be a lot more stuff to, that's on the needs to be done on that.
Hey, pass that, will you? Hey, come on.
So, okay. Y'all tell me a limit so I know what to put on the ordinance for money. That's all I need to do. Cause I gotta get the ordinance, I have to get the ordinance drafted.
So your-
Made
They
to
made
speed.
this-
Your ordinance that you
This
had,
is the-
that's right in front of you,
Y'all have
in
this?
2017, when they
No.
took Sharon's powers away and set the limit for $20,000 for the mayor to spend.
It was never signed.
It was signed, we believe, but, cause we can see in the minutes are here.
The minutes are
And
here signed, but the ordinance never was in the minute book.
now the thing about the minutes signed, when Sharon was there, no council never signed a set of
But
minutes.
this
She
is the
said,
premise we've been operating under.
that's correct.
Correct.
Let's go, I make a motion, we do it.
We're not making a motion, we're not making a motion, money. Just tell me what you wanna put in the
What we're gonna
ordinance.
do Is we're putting, we're gonna put the treasurer recorder's powers back to them.
Oh, no, heck, no. Look at it, man.
Now we have to set a limit for what we won't be able to spend. When we-
5,000, 2,000, it's 2,500, what she has in her books right now is 2,500.
Let's get a couple.
Is this enough for you to conduct business like coming to us every, I
Mayor
mean,
can direct person.
Well, I can't do over 20,000. I'm not spending all that without you guys.
I know you're not, but I'm saying you gotta be able to do business.
That's y'all's call, it ain't mine, guys.
I'm asking you what to do for like that.
Everything he does, no matter
The
what.
motors the other night was $20,000 I did on Saturday night.
That's kind of why they said it that, because most of your sewer pump motors,
Yeah.
20 grand or 18, 20.
We have to put it, they want a clean ordinance.
Because you're not gonna really discuss that to get one. You need to
I
have
wouldn't,
one.
but that's not, I don't have vote in it.
That's why they said it that limit back in 2007. I was at that.
I'm good with the 20,000 because I mean, that's what we've been operating under anyway, and you call us on $7,000, $8,000 stuff, man.
He calls it on
Yeah, every time you want one of the workers.
I say we just leave it, I mean, that's up to
Okay, Brandon, we'll do the ordinance.
Billy, are y'all gonna do the real ordinance, or
Nope.
we're gonna do this?
We're gonna do a real ordinance.
This real ordinance, okay?
Yes,
that's
but
fine.
you're gonna, all that'll be in the ordinance is the $20,000.
That's all you want me to put in?
That, or the mayor's spending limit. What you're gonna do with the recorder treasurer is another discussion that's gotta be made and
So,
in a
you
minute.
don't wanna amend the real ordinance, you want to just.
I'm not gonna do, and she talked like,
You want to take
did you
this-
get that? Just leave what was there
Just take
alone
everything off
and
and-
put a new one in and go on.
Act like that other one doesn't exist.
Put this one back in.
We could right now. if you
Oh,
want to.
the real one.
No, you're gonna put it back in the minute book. But because it's not signed, she wanted us to do a ordinance stating the mayor's spending limit.
Okay.
I'm telling you.
The mayor's spending.
That's all we're gonna do in that ordinance. The other will be another discussion. All right. So we're good there. All right, the next discussion we need to have, that we gotta make up our mind to bring before the council and vote on Monday night, and could be some discussion, that's what we're here for. Recorder treasurer, and I have talked to the municipal league. According to the municipal league, the recorder treasurer's job is to do all the bookkeeping, period, ready for the auditor. Now, we pay that in two functions today. The mayor, the recorder treasurer gets what, Brandon, $2,500? For actually being the recorder.
$275.
$275, so right now in that, we're paying $275 a month. What is the average that Fred got last year, for the last year?
Okay, in June fund, his average was $566 a month.
And
That's
water?
General fund and all the city funds. In the water, he got, he got $645 per month.
So $1,145 average a month.
Yes.
Now, that is now Brenda has always done the checks and he's entered the checks into QuickBooks. Brenda writes checks manually and he enters in the QuickBooks, and we're gonna go, I'm gonna let this gentleman explain how he wants to do the bookkeeping. And the girls will start doing all the check writing, and he will just do why don't you say what you wanna do instead of me saying what you wanna do, sir? Well, that would be better.
So, we wanna get to where we're using, I guess the easiest way to say it, using QuickBooks for essentially everything. Put all the invoices, bills and so on in
That's what it's
QuickBooks.
there for.
And then you print all the checks for said invoices out of QuickBooks instead of putting it all in, but we're still typing the checks separately and so on. So we should be able to save quite a bit of time by doing this. Now, you still have your audit trails through QuickBooks, and at some point, if y'all want, we can look at other accounting software, and, you know, we all know QuickBooks is probably the most popular. There's more high-powered ones out there, but QuickBooks will definitely, I would say, suffice for us, but you're still gonna have audit trails, you'll still have checks and balances, because we can set up where this person can only enter invoices or bills. They can't write a check, they can't produce a check,
That's gonna be
they
my
can't
question.
alter a check, or, you know, you can't, once you print a check, you can't alter a check anyway, you can void it, write another one. But we'll order pre-printed checks, numbered checks, so, we'll log
So we
those
do
in.
at our office down there, like.
This month, we started print checks, out of QuickBooks for general fund and for operation and maintenance. We're doing that, and we've been doing payroll out of QuickBooks forever.
And so, in most payrolls, ACH or direct deposit, correct? Most of it is.
All of the
All of it.
payroll, all of the checks to the employees is direct deposit. They're your checks for your taxes and blah, blah, blah.
Well, yeah,
Did y'all pass an ordinance to do that, where they had to?
Now, they have a choice.
Also, they still have a choice.
That if they don't want to do into it, as far as direct deposit, they can have every check.
You can't make that, you can't mandate that. one.
I didn't think so, that's why I was asking. Okay.
Yeah.
No, they have a choice of either having.
Department of Labor
printed
said-
Yeah,
checks,
I didn't think that you could, that's why I was asking, I just wanna make sure.
So they have a choice.
Okay, next question, I gotta ask Brenda. QuickBooks, right now, we own the software.
Yes.
But you're saying, is it on a PC somewhere that writes, is controlling, or explain that,
The
how that?
city is controlling it, and Fred Kenny comes down here to do his part of the bookkeeping of it. I'm inputting data into it, and I am doing everything with that. Now, our small accounts, no, we do not have them, I have them in QuickBooks, but I keep up with that myself, and I balance it all out. Those little accounts that is one check a month, we have about 20 of those now.
But whoever has, like, if he has the login stuff, he can look at it anytime.
You know,
Yeah, and you can have a login, because Fred can look at it,
He's more smart than
so he can get a login to look at it.
What?
So it's not online based, it's
It
PC
is
based.
online, it's in Rights Network,
Yeah.
and it's online, and we.
But it's
can
not
do your
QuickBooks
pay-
Online.
It's QuickBooks.
It's not QuickBooks Online. You're remoting into a PC somewhere, which means it's hard.
So it's here.
So we can move that back to a certain.
It's not here, it's on Rights Network.
It's somebody.
It's on an external IP address that I could log into right now if I wanted to be a hacker and hack into it.
Okay, so it's not actually QuickBooks Online through?
No.
Okay.
No.
What is your
It's,
recommendation?
I got you.
Just my opinion, we have QuickBooks Desktop now. I would say that it should probably be on one of our computers on our server here, just what I think, and we should probably try to move towards QuickBooks Online, just because
It's a lot more expensive.
it's gonna be, QuickBooks is gonna get within the next few years where they're not gonna have to support desktop people. They're gonna go completely to QBO. And it's easier for them, and they've got us all over the barrel, what choice do you have? Unless you go somewhere else, then you have to start all over.
Right.
So, I would think we need the desktop version on one of our computers here.
All right. DJ,
Move at some point to QBO.
Why not just move now?
Well, we-
Till you get it all set up
We need to
first?
get everything,
I got you.
make sure everything's
Smooth.
smooth.
all right, DJ, the way this, explain the way you're running the, not really servers, we've got a computer
Mhm.
slash server, we don't have the full-blown, we don't use it, RAM. Lay out
A
explain
full-blown
that.
server run you thousands of dollars, but a computer that can run it, you know, like ASUS right now, we're running ASUS, so we call it a server, but it's not a server, it's a computer that's just built into a server rack, you know, because, and it runs 4% of the CPU. If I put that on a $2,000 to $4,000 computer server, it'd be a waste of money. You got all that power sitting there not doing nothing. So that's why it's just a regular computer is all we use, but we say it's the server, but it's not a server, it's just a computer.
So
that
we
runs
need to
that.
buy, your opinion is we need to buy another PC slash server
Mhm.
to put that up.
Yes, because I don't want to, it'd be bad to put ASUS and Bluebook, man, QuickBooks on the same one, because if the server did go down, say a hard drive crash, you lost both softwares, ain't so good. Or you put them on separate, and they're being backed up, right now they're being backed up in one location, soon to be 2 locations. So,
We have the equipment bought to back everything at City Hall up at the sewer. It's where we're gonna move it, cause that building, if y'all been to the sewer plant, a storm ain't gonna tear the sewer plant down.
Back up every night?
it backs up instantly, yeah.
Oh, I got you.
It's just on one of them terabyte deals, what it goes to.
No, it's a
That's how our
full-blown,
company's set up, just everything goes.
no, it's a full-blown rack mount, not server.
Which we've been supposed to have an offsite back
Yeah.
up for a long time now, aren't we? Yeah, okay.
Okay.
20 years ago.
Now Brenda,
Yeah, it's been a long time.
in Brenda's office, she has a scanner right now, correct?
Yeah, it is just a simple one. What will we need if he wants every invoice scanned?
Just a regular scanner.
Will mine be sufficient?
Yeah,
Okay.
But we need to buy, if the girls are gonna help do the invoices, we need to get a PC slash server and
And
one
scanner.
scanner. Is that, do you know of anything else we need?
I would think that would be about it.
So can you get me the prices for Monday night's council meeting on what that'll be and let the council approve? Do you want a server? Brenda's printer is one that converts to Word and everything. It's about $500
Her
bucks if
scanner.
y'all wanna do a $100 scanner.
At my office, I've got a, 3-in-1 machine that I
Yeah.
scan, print, copy.
see, their printer, their scanner sitting there right now can do that.
Yeah.
What I found, I mean, it's just me, but we may do a lot more paperwork in our deal, but what I have found is on the printers, is you better off get Hall's printers or somebody that people like Texas County.
We've got 2 big printers over there.
Yeah.
We don't need any more printers, we need scanners. You have to have one more
I
scanner.
understand that, but people, where I'm going with this is, can that PC not, well, it won't just, we can't just Bluetooth it to our printer here, is that not gonna work?
Yes, the printer, as far as the printing, that's correct, the scanner is different.
These printers don't have scanners on them. They're just printers.
Okay.
So we need a
But the
scanner, Brenda has a scanner right now that will change a document to Word. or
Okay, when we
Excel.
move freight all over the United States in our company, they shoot it through there, it scans it on the same thing that we do all our printing on, OMS. And I'm just saying, when we bought these printers, me and Jimmy bought these things 7, 8 years ago, I think. And they were all $5, $6, $7,000 a piece, but it was all in, it figured out. What I'm trying to say is what we were paying in ink for the cheaper stuff and trying to hook all this different stuff up, we was better off just buy one really nice deal that was still could Bluetooth to and scan in, and shoot your stuff out. And it would come out a lot better. It's down like maybe a couple cents a page or something.
We've got that contract right now. We got one of those machines in Brenda's office, we got one in, Miranda in their office, and we got one in the police department. That's doing exactly what you said. But we still need a simple scanner.
They need just to be able to take a bill, scan it like this, and it sends it to QuickBooks. It doesn't have to print it.
I got you.
Well, won't necessarily send us QuickBooks,
Well, you know what I mean.
it'll go to a file cabinet
There you
where
go.
we will have a digital copy of all.
And they already do that. They do that right now with all everything that's online, all your deals. They're already doing that. It goes to an internal drive and they move it to that.
Right.
So it's already doing that. You really don't even need another scan.
You know.
Well, I need, if you got the girls in one office helping Brenda, and you got Brenda in her office, is the only thing I'm thinking.
And
They
she can
don't
already do
need
that at her
to go in-
desk.
They
They
don't
can
need
already do
to
that at her
her
desk.
stuff and go in there.
But they can do that in there, you're saying, right now.
We need one more scanner between the two girls.
Between the two
Oh.
offices.
Bet-
So they
Between the
won't-
two girls, when both of them get
Right now, it's legal the way it is, when we share one scan with three.
in two offices.
No, you got right now. You have 3 scanners over at City Hall.
Yeah. The-
But you have to get up and walk away to the big scanner to do your scanning. It'd be easier to do one of the little cheaper scanners, just to scan in, it doesn't.
You're telling me the one that's over by the girls is a scanner too?
Uh-huh.
It can be scanned, it's just like our copier at the store.
How far away is it from their desk?
Me to you.
Not even that.
Y'all wanna just use that?
Why do we need another scanner?
Yeah, we don't need.
I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I need to exercise in my office.
Okay, so all we need, slash the scanner, we don't need, y'all won't get a price on the scanner, just get me a price on what we need for the, that's not gonna be but about $200 probably,
For what?
for the little computer slash,
The PC.
You're looking at about 500.
about 500.
Yeah,
We
we
get a
just gotta
price,
go
we'll
on
bring
the
it to
rack.
council
It's got a
meeting.
rack mount.
I
It's
did
had a
that.
rack mount, that's why it's a
Can I ask you a question? One thing that we found, and I'm not, don't let my looks fool you, I'm not that smart. On PCs, them little desktops all in ones, we've had more luck with them things than we was that other stuff. I don't understand computers or none of that, but them all-in-ones that you can get at Best Buy for $1,000 or less are pretty stinking good stuff now, ain't they?
No.
They're not?
This
No,
needs to
because
be
if
right
something
there.
breaks on it, why don't you go try to replace that? If you want to replace it, why spend another $1,000 for a whole new computer when you don't need another $50 part?
And we need a rack.
I
we're gonna
bought
put that
3
in.
for an office 3 years ago, we still got plenty of memory on them.
Say for instance, Miranda's computer, right? It has to be upgraded to Windows 11 by October of 2025, right? So that computer was around $600-700 we put in, and if you was an all-in-one, you have to go buy a whole new computer for $1,000, or I can put a $125 part in there and make it compatible with Windows 11.
I got you.
So that's why I don't get all like all-in-ones. They're not.
Okay.
All in one, they're not nearly as versatile.
Yeah,
I have 2 in my office as well, but, you know, when they're done, they're done.
they're done. They're done.
Oh, yeah.
I've got one that's gonna be done before October of 25 because.
Yeah, because of that same issue.
And there is some nice ones.
Okay, Jason, next question. At what point in time are you ready to start? Cause I need to vote on that Monday night. When do we need to bring up for you to put that you're gonna start doing the bookkeeping?
Say next month.
November? Would it be November? So in the minutes, November
November.
1. Okay, so that, but we need to vote on that Monday, okay?
How much time are you going to try
I don't know.
We don't need to do another ordinance because
Hopefully.
the bookkeeping,
And then they go to.
or do we need to do another ordinance? This is discussion we need to have. Jason will be getting a check for $275 for what the recorder treasurer does. Right now, you're paying right at $1,200 a month for the bookkeeping part of the work over there. You're paying that out right now, and if you change if recorder treasurer is not a bookkeeper, that's gotta come back away, and recorder treasurer would only get, $275. And then whoever the bookkeeper is, if Jason's not, in 5 years when he's not here, if you don't elect a bookkeeper that can do the bookkeeping, that money will not stay. So is that gotta be in an ordinance, or is that,
Well, you're gonna have, if we're gonna hire his company to do the bookkeeping, he's gonna be doing his treasurer recorder work, his treasurer recorder. And if we're gonna hire his company to do bookkeeping, so they can keep on doing it, and if he doesn't decide to be treasurer recorder in 4 years or.
he could keep on doing the bookkeeping
He can
after
still keep doing
treasurer?
the bookkeeping, but we've gotta do an ordinance to do business with him.
Yep.
like we did with.
Well, you just need, okay, so get the ordinance ready
If that's
for,
okay with him, that's up to him, how he wants it.
It's however you want.
well, you'll have to have a deal that you can do business with us.
Yeah.
City, so get the ordinance ready, you know what to do on that ordinance, get that ordinance ready. And that should take care of November the 1st, y'all, we'll put that on the line in motion, he'll take over November 1st. Then, are you gonna need to work with Fred a month,
He's
Yeah,
gonna be
that's-
here
That's why I said November, so.
so he can work he'll work with Fred this month?
this month and.
When's he gonna be here?
October. Cause he does, September's in October. So when he comes, I'll let you know.
Okay,
What's the name of your business? Cause we did that,
Linderman Accounting and Tax.
Linderman and what?
Accounting and Tax.
I did not make copies of that, y'all need to look at that, and then we'll have to vote on that Monday. All right, is there anything else we need to have for the meeting Monday night on bookkeeping or treasury report? Is that pretty much, Jason, is there anything else you can think of that we need to?
No, I would like to make a note here though, before we go past it, on section 2, compensation of mayor and treasurer's duties and treasury recorder shall consist of following and on down and then the price or whatever.
None of that'll be in the new ordinance. All we're gonna put in the new ordinance is just how much the
That's
mayor.
not, that wasn't where I was going with that.
Okay.
All I'm saying is, right now, fortunately, we lucked out and got a CPA sitting on the treasurer recorder spot. That's an almost impossible spot to fill. It takes the right personality, you kinda gotta be like him, hard to get along with, to do a good job. Anyway, so, if it comes down to it, I would just like to note that I would be in favor of raising his pay or something in the future rather than losing my point. That's all I want to say.
Okay.
If it becomes too cumbersome.
I think this is gonna be, once he gets everything on QuickBooks, probably getting it on QuickBooks may be what takes down. Once he gets there, it should be pretty easy.
Top heavy and then lighten up as we go. That's the goal. We wanna make everything easy.
Right. Okay.
That's where we're hopefully headed.
All right. Alan, you can look at this real quick, and then I gotta tell you if you're okay, I want me to bring that up, or if there's any more discussion, what I gotta do for Monday night.
Yeah.
Right now, we're having problems with our meter reading system and census. And, census says the next step is to do what they're calling a base station sweep, which there's been no maintenance done on the antenna or the coax cable or something else in the box in the 10 years we've been there. And he sent me a price on it, and I'm just floored, and I need to know if that's the way you wanna accept it, or do I need to ask more questions? His explanation to me was, we can't tell you whether that's all that's wrong with it or not till we do that part of it. And it's how many $1,000?
35,000,
How much?
34,595.
It's like the floor to me. Now that, if they don't use all those pieces, you don't get billed for all those pieces. But if you don't buy the antennas before they come down, if the antennas are bad, then they're gonna charge you for another trip. And y'all need to-
What is this?
They're calling it a core sweep of the base station. There's 2 base stations, and it checks your coax cable, it checks your antennas, if they gotta be, that's replacing everything. And then there's some other parts in the big computers that's at those 2, water tanks that they're checking to make sure it's working.
No, I've already seen it, this infuriates me.
It infuriates the dog out of me, but I
What
don't know what
aggravates
y'all.
me so much about this is you have paid this company, not Corn Main so much as you have census, a maintenance contract for
12,000.
several years.
Wasn't it 12,000 a year?
Used to be $12,000 to $15,000 a year, now it's different.
I say
For a
we
maintenance
hard on
contract,
it.
and now this has come about, it's aggravating. But I mean, you're not gonna.
I need to know, I'm gonna have to bring this
You
y'all,
got $1 million meter system sitting out there that you gotta use. So,
Is there another question I need to ask before getting proceeding is, and do y'all want me, you can buy the antennas, and if they have to use them, they're there. If you don't buy any of this stuff, you're not gonna be billed for anything but the $4,650 if they don't need it. But if they need the antennas, they don't have them, then you're gonna have to pay them for a trip back.
What can we
So you're suggesting buy everything on that list and with them?
No, all I'm saying buy is antennas, because antennas, that's to your frequency, they won't work on anybody else's. The coax cable will, and the rest of the stuff will. If they don't use that, you're not gonna pay for it.
so what they told him is, if you want us to go ahead and get the antennas in, you gotta pay for them, and they're yours.
Well, they use them or not.
They're not taking them back.
Yeah, because
And
they're
if they don't
cut to
need
your
them-
frequency.
Now you're stuck with two antennas that you don't necessarily have to have. Here's my thought. You've got this system that's been there since 2008, 2009, correct?
Yes.
The antennas are old, coax was old. If we're gonna do this, we might as well just have them changed out. It's been there since 2008, 2009.
If we're willing,
It's aggravating to have to do it.
we can't get a bid from another company, you're saying?
You can't,
No,
because
they're
this is
your-
census.
they're your district.
You're either,
They're your
it don't matter what you
district.
say, census has gotta give their blessings that it's working or you can't move forward.
I
But
got
it's a
you.
census, it's a census secured system.
So basically, there's really not anything to discuss, cause we don't have anywhere to go other than what he said.
The only thing, unless there's more questions, I need to know if there's more
It's
questions you want me
almost
to
like
ask
a state trooper writing
them.
us a ticket, right, we're gonna pay it tonight.
I just need to know if you want me to ask any more questions to bring this to you Monday night, because the girls, we're sitting here right now every month and we're spending
Yeah.
about 60 hours a month meter reading that ought, on an automated system that ought to be reading. I've gotta free up some man hours to do what I need to do, and all I want to know is how do you, if you need me to have any more questions asked before
Right.
Monday night vote on this.
I say, we put it all in new, or we don't touch it. That's what I
Okay,
think.
if there's nothing else changed, then we'll bring this back to you to vote just like
What
it
do you
is
think?
Monday
Well, you
night.
got-
Does that include all the stuff in the base?
That's everything, that's not a new base station, no,
No,
that's
I'm saying
just,
the parts in.
that's all the parts are in there. If you don't use those parts, he won't bill you for those parts.
Is that like the rectifiers and the string? and-
No, this
It
gets
has nothing to do
the,
with that.
You know?
the rectifiers are different.
Nope.
This is the change out top jumpers, the coax
So going forward,
cable.
what's the maintenance gonna do? They're supposed to come check this?
Well, the maintenance is there, whatever they consider normal maintenance, it's not what they consider normal maintenance.
It's not part of your normal maintenance, Jimmy.
We always follow the donut hole.
Yeah.
Okay, you always will with census on this metering system, but anyway. So there's no other thing I need to ask to bring back to you for Monday night. That's all I want to know on that.
Not even the glazed donut.
Right.
That's the worst, I believe that's the worst proposition you ever brought us, Billy.
I got the next one.
To be honest with you, I think you should go back, I'm sorry, but it's been there as long as it's been there. It's been there 16 years.
Y'all vote on that Monday night, if you don't want to do anything
My,
else.
my vote's gonna be changed, just go ahead and approve it all, and hope to God that they don't have to use everything, but I would go ahead and put it in anyway. I mean,
I'm
Now
voting
then,
on that.
Do y'all want me to bring back up or forget? You looked at the generator in the last council meeting that the church had out there, and that
No.
generator's got problems. You do not want that generator at First Baptist Church. It was sick when it was took out, and it's sick right now. And according to the guy that serves them, he said it will be sick every time you turn around. It is a problem child. So do you want me to bring back up to do the $35,000 generator over there or not? I don't care what you do. If you want a generator over there, you're gonna get a generator.
what all did the $35,000 entail?
While you're looking at that, I won't go on with their discussion, so I get to moving on. I don't think you want this, but do you wanna bring it up Monday night? There's a trail grant that you could put a walking trail, it's 100% around our land at the rest area, or you just want, I've talked to the guy that you agreed to sell the rest area to, he's got new partners and they want all the land still. So I think that's out, but that's a grant, that's 100% if you want it, we need to move forward on it or not even bring it to you Monday night.
And is it to put a walking trail around?
The outside perimeter of that land out there, it's 100% grant. But if they need all of it and sell it, we're not gonna have that land to keep up anyway, so I personally don't think you probably wanna, but do you even bring
I
that?
just know every time we do a grant, we give away certain alienable rights and everything else, or inalienable, whatever you want to call it.
Why could,
I don't
why
see-
does this have to be at the rest area? Why couldn't it go out
Whereas-
there
well-
at John and Benjamin, back there where they had discussed doing it before?
It's gotta be fully handicap accessible everywhere.
Okay.
There's not any way to get up and down that hill fully handicap
That's
accessible.
true.
And if you can figure out a way to that, you can do it out there,
Escalator.
if y'all wanna tackle it.
You don't wanna run a city park.
We've got them around City Park. We've got two around City Park.
Yeah, you do.
It's a grant that's out there, if y'all wanted me to proceed further with that, I need to
I
know
don't
something,
think
bring
putting
more
it around
information.
somebody else's land possibly. Sorry.
I don't either, cause we're gonna wind up signing away some rights when we
Yes.
get the thing.
Well, that's good, I won't bring it up.
What do you think, Johnny?
I think it would be a good thing, but I just don't really have a good place for it to go.
I mean, we're not going out here and putting it around some land that we know somebody else is buying.
Hey, my question is on this generator, is it gonna take a 50K to operate that building? If the power's on?
Because he's all electric.
I didn't know if we can get by with a 25 or something like that.
You could if your heat and air systems were gas, but they're all electric. But you gotta hook a gas meter up to run them, so you're gonna have a gas meter hooked up for nothing but that generator.
Be a cheap bill, though.
Yes.
Here. I know.
Y'all had already looked at that once and we said to look at the other, and the other generator is not a viable.
We need one for over.
If I need to bring it up, I'll put it on the agenda Monday night.
And this is the buy, that one that was.
No, this is a new one.
That's a new one. That's a new
And
one.
that's in
I say
the
we need to
electrical,
go-
that's the electrical's what's eating you up on that.
I say on the generator, Billy, we either go with a new one, the way things are changing right now.
The quote was from Northside as a new one.
Yeah, I'm in favor.
That's what y'all had looked at before.
What's this one sitting out here?
It's Northside, it's a generator,
How big?
I'm not sure. Yeah,
This is
they-
around City Hall, right?
That's just around the
No,
office.
there's one right out here outside this
We don't
building.
have a generator.
How, I mean, you used to run everything here, how big is that one? Is it 50?
I think
don't
it's
think so.
50.
You think it's 50? It's little to be 50.
50's a little generator.
I'm 51.
Huh?
51.
Okay.
Y'all want that back on the agenda or not? If you don't want it on the agenda, there's no need to bring it up.
Alright.
Just tell me you want it on the agenda, I'll put it on the agenda.
Well, I mean, we're gonna have to have one eventually.
Okay,
Yeah, we're gonna be down some storm.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, why don't we put it on the agenda? It's not like we have
Who
to
all
say
did you
we
reach
did it
out to?
tomorrow. You know what I mean? Just approve one, we'll
he's
get
about the
whatever.
only one that I know of. that does.
Yeah.
The only thing we could save money on is if we
Is that
think we get a
installed?
gas line, that's installed, if we get a gas line, do the gas line ourselves around the building, and not do the electric, because a big part of this is electric. If you did if you thought the gas line, you gotta go under 2 slabs, and he's gonna hang the conduit on the outside of the building. I asked him if he'd go up in the attic and do it, because it wouldn't be seen, but he said he's gonna do it on the outside of the building. Next thing, I had a question, and I don't know if there's anything to bring up on this. At the industrial park, when Glenwood Industrial Development Number 3 Corporation was started, and the industrial park was bought, and we got an ADIC grant to put water and sewer over there, and that, the problem I have right now is there's 5 acres over there that got sold to an individual, and he's dead now, his family's got it, and the real estate brokers won't know what they can sell the land for. In the lease purchase agreement, it has to be industrial property, it cannot be sold for a profit, and the city is to buy it back at the price it was sold to the owner for and resell it, or that person could resell it for an industry, but without a profit. And they've called me and asked me what to do. I said, because the guys want to buy and put a residential house on it, want water and sewer on it. And I said, I don't think so, but y'all gonna need to vote on this Monday night, what to do with it.
Well, it's in the industrial.
It's in the industrial park. And it says you can't use it for anything but industry.
Right.
And there's not supposed to be any profit made on it.
So then what do we vote for?
Well, they're wanting to know if they can put a house on
No.
No,
No.
it. Okay, so we'll just put that on there and y'all vote on it and say you're standing, and I'll bring
We'll
the,
stand behind the deed. The lease.
the problem with this is, it's in the city minutes, it's not in the deed.
it'll be in,
It's not in the deed.
If it's not in the deed, then what are you gonna do?
They, the company sold it without putting it in the deed.
sounds like the company's problem to me.
It's not in
I
any of
mean,
the
that's
deeds.
called due diligence whenever.
Sounds
you
like
buy
me,
a piece
you
of
give
property,
Dustin a phone call.
No,
You got an agreement that the city had in the minutes of how it was to be sold, and it didn't get in the deeds as a deed restriction.
I said, ain't that due diligence when you buy a piece of property?
It's
I mean,
not,
It's not our fault,
it's not in the deed restriction.
right, but. I
You
understand.
can't go, you can't, I don't wanna
get
do
calls
anything
all
but.
week- I get calls all week though from companies where people are getting mortgages and stuff on townspeople in Glenwood. They Google my number, pull up the zoning side, and they call me and they do their due diligence and wanna know how it's, zoned and stuff. And so, I don't really think it's our problem on this situation.
I would agree with that. I mean, like Franklin, for example, all that was built into the deeds.
Yeah, and the covenants.
Billy, one other thing, we need to check the AIDCs because they put water and sewer in there for industry. We need to make sure they can't come back on us and renege and us have to pay for that grant back.
That was a joint meeting with the guys that run, and Randy had this book, they hadn't met in 30 years. We got a 2.8 acre tract, and then we've got some land up there, Brett, probably 3 acres up there where y'all burn.
Yeah.
We probably got 2 different tracts of land, that's 3 acres apiece of ours left in that to sell, in that 5 acres. This piece of property was a 10 acre tract where Del Mesa is, whatever it's called today. And Shug Morris was with that, and he got the back 5 acres. And he wasn't ever offered back to the city, I don't know if the city would wanna buy it or what, but I have a real estate broker wanting us to address what you wanna address, so I need to know what you wanna, how you wanna address that in the council meeting. Here is the paperwork, if anybody wants to read it, that goes with all that I can find on that. The problem with that is, this is the only thing that says it's restricted, it doesn't say it in the deeds. I still think we need to hold our guns to it that it stays industrial.
Well, I think we need to get some legal counsel.
If you want me to get this, take this to Dustin.
Hey, let's just.
I would.
Okay, I'll take it to Dustin, have an opinion back for you, okay.
I would.
What it is, yeah, here goes that.
I'm guaranteed it will.
Let me see if they said, just show them.
Oh, there they are, okay.
All right.
Be zoned, but whatever that deed, if they sell it.
I will take it to Dustin and try to get something back for you for Monday night's council meeting. All right,
Or you have to tell them it's our legal counsel.
Should be restriction on people.
all right, I don't think there's anything to bring up here tonight on this, cause we're gonna go over, I scheduled, we have to have a meeting once a year with, I don't know what we're calling it, the, water board. Everybody we supply water to in Act 605, so I'm gonna go over everything that's been going on. We're gonna have it at 6 o'clock, we're starting the meeting, and that's going first. Cause we've gotta have minutes on that, and then it closes out, and then we'll go into, and for all those here Monday night, we're gonna do Ann Lawrence, Rex, we're gonna present her with a plaque from the Intermodal Authority for all Rex work that he had done, and she'll be here to get the plaque, and, not Roark, who's the superintendent that was, Louis Diggs, is in charge of the intermodal, he's president of the intermodal authority, he'll present the plaque to her, and then we'll go into city business.
Jason is, Anya, they aware of it, they go.
Yeah, okay. She said she said that, I didn't call, I just called Ann, cause she found out about it, I didn't want her to find out about it, we didn't wanna find out about it till we presented it to her. she found about it, and wanted to know if she'd get the plaque. Got a plaque at the store. I said, "Babe, get the plaque, we're really going to present it to you." She said, "Oh, okay."
Brown Hard would be here too.
Would have to call him, if you want to call him, he might be. This is from the intermodal.
Right, he was on there for years.
If he we can call him, if he wants to be here Monday night. But our first few minutes, Monday night, we're gonna have, the council's part of that board too. But then you gotta get Norman and you gotta get somebody in North Pike County, so I'll go over all the expenses we've done in water and sewer the last year. And if there's, and I'll go about all of the grants and all that, and it's gonna be mind-boggling how much we spent in sewer especially. But anyway, and they're really not involved in sewer other than because y'all, we need to look at it as a whole, we'll look at all of it with them, and then everybody can sign the minutes. And Brenda's gonna have a set of minutes, because there's nothing to vote on there, we just gotta show we had a meeting, so we'll do that first, and then they can go. And, also in Act 605, and I'm working on it, and I talked to the engineer about it, and this is gonna be a lot of work. 605, everybody had a 605 study done. Now, Natural Resource has come back in and said, we want a full asset sheet. In other words, how many valves we got in the system, how many fire hydrants got in the system, how many, and so we gotta start getting that together. And I talked to Kyron, because the sheets I've looked at is real not in depth. And Kyron says, you need to be as close to totally accurate with this thing as you can be, because you don't wanna come in 20 years later and have the wrong asset sheet down there and then your rates be really screwed up. He said, you need to have this thing accurate. So I'm working on that, but I won't have, some of that you can look at Monday night on where I'm at. Like the insurance values that we got on all the buildings, that's done. So we've got a building value there, but I'll present all that then. Great Southern, and there's really nothing to bring up, is looking to do some more expansion up there. And I had talked to Dickey's with, not Karen Barlow, but the other, West Central. Trying to get a grant for them to redo that road up there. Our best shot at the money to redo that road up there is gonna come from our money that we've got applied for the grant at the sewer plant for the, UV light. And that paperwork's not gonna be, it doesn't look like it's gonna be here Monday night. If we get that paperwork back from them on the agreement that we've gotta be under, administrative order we have to be under, we gotta have a meeting on that. So I may have a meeting Monday night, we may have a meeting Tuesday night.
You talking about the one going to the mill?
No, the one going to the, on the sewer, our sewer license. The one going to the mill, we're just working on trying to find a grant slot to get the road done. They need a ditch to drain that water out. They're getting ready to spend about $15 million up there in the next 2 years. They bought all that land from Bean on top of the hill. They'll do a bunch more expansion,
So
but
they're
this
gonna- Are they
expansion,
gonna start using the access at the top of that hill?
no, they don't ever want to.
Okay, I think so.
They're gonna, but this project they're doing now is on this end where the water's at on this towards Glenwood. They're trying to figure out how to get rid of the water, and that road's getting in bad shape. So that's things we need to be thinking about. Next thing, we got a fireworks show. I really wanna bring this up, not bring it up in public, but anyway. We're $845 short. You cannot pay that out of city general. So, we have not paid the gentleman for the fireworks. Brenda, how much? Well, I've got it in here.
6,000, and we owe another 1,000, but we have a little bit of money back. And we thank Johnny and his wife for their donation, that they helped with this.
So we spent how much on fireworks? 6,000?
Seven.
Seven?
$7,000. Didn't have enough money to pay.
Well, it's pretty obvious what the problem is. Johnny and them didn't donate enough.
Oh,
So, I can tell you that we are planning on, the fire department's planning on doing another haunted house kind of thing. We're gonna take money out of our pockets, make it happen, and put those profits back towards this.
What sucks about this whole situation is when we started this year, we absolutely asked, are you gonna have everything covered?
And it's, we would have, but there was funds that went somewhere else that, well, we found it, what, yesterday?
That one,
The Christmas tree and all that.
yeah.
Christmas
that's one
tree,
that-
Christmas
The
tree.
big Christmas tree that they bought.
What big Christmas tree was about?
Right, it goes
We'll
to
put it
the-
up and you'll see it.
The Christmas tree was up in the water office last year, they paid for all that money.
The angel tree.
What sucks about this is we're gonna have to shut this whole thing down from now on, and then we're gonna be looking like the bad guys because we never managed it good enough to actually make money off of it. I don't know.
I think what we need to do next year, because the auditor first
Don't
off,
need to have one.
the auditor shut, sawmill days down. You couldn't run money like that through city general. They just finally said stop. They haven't said that yet. I'm gonna put a burden on our new councilman. If we do it next year, let his wife, and set a separate checking account up and not even bring the money to the city. It can be Glenwood Fire Department and not, the money doesn't need to go through city general. And if we do it, can we work on something like that? Would your wife be willing to take on something like that?
Do we not still have the?
What we done with the church done the, I didn't cut you out, but.
Do we not still have the checking account that Mr. Sim started from Glenwood Fire Department still, or has that been shut down a long time
You have to
ago?
have Gary out
We'll
of it.
have to.
If that's still there, you've got an account.
Yeah.
What we
I don't
done-
think it is, but we'll see.
It did-
Gary had one, because we're doing, they were making something, giving the fire department was buying stuff they wanted. You know, like, we can't take money out of city general and take the firemen to a supper once a year. But so Mr. Sam was making benches and all that stuff and sell them and putting the money in the account, and then he'd take it out to eat. Or if Gary didn't have money to buy a SCBA pack and he wanted one, he didn't come to city council and ask for money, he went to Miss Sam and said, write a check. And they kept that money a lot of stuff was bought in the fire department that will never come through city hall.
What we done with, okay, CCNE church, Spanish church out here raised $4,000. We had no idea they were even doing it. They called, contacted me and Bridget and wanted to donate it to the city to be distributed to however the city deemed necessary, but they wanted it to go to people that were less fortunate, basically. And I told them, I said, donate it to the community, not the city. And we wound up buying $100 gift cards and give it from our house grocery store and give them to truly needy people that, you know, like, if people just, like seniors who couldn't pay their, you know, like hardly pay their water bills, so they might have done it like that, dole them out over a period of time. But, once it goes into the city, it's like,
It's public money.
you know,
Public money.
it starts falling under all kind of crazy stuff.
And we're not nonprofit. We don't have the chambers.
Yeah, and the chamber's not even a 501c3 itself down there. We tried to do it, couldn't. When Donna Kay was on there with us,
Yeah.
they don't pass it, lose out on one right away.
Is that a problem?
501c3s.
Who has talked to the guy with the fireworks?
You can get a box in there on your store.
Who's what now?
I filled out several.
The guy with the fireworks.
Nowadays.
Who is?
He's wanting his full check.
35.
I just.
My suggestion would be for him right now, Brett calling, and I don't think we need to vote on this, the council meeting, that is fire department raised money that's really not city general money. Give him a check for what money you got and tell him we're gonna get him his other money. And I know he wants all this money today. You don't have it and I can't give it, huh?
I said, yeah, you already shot them off.
Well, but I mean, would you rather have the $6,000 or would you rather have nothing instead of
I'd rather,
$7,000?
I'd rather get the man paid,
I,
however.
well,
we get him
I
paid.
fully agree, but I don't have
That's
the
what
money,
we
I
don't.
can't pay it out of city general, guys.
Oh, I know, Billy, I'm just saying, I'm just saying.
We gotta come up with a way to get the eight
How
much
hundred.
money- how
What is
much
that,
money-
$838 and
$38 is
some
on the
change.
front
Let's
sheet.
write him a check for whatever we got, and see, huh?
She wrote him, she didn't want to clean the account out, she wrote him a $6,000 check, he said, that's better than nothing, she said, we can get the rest of it to you as soon as we can. And as far as I know, he was okay with that.
Yeah, for right now.
For right now.
What was that now?
When I talked to him, I said, all we've got right now to pay is $6,000. As soon as we get more money in, we will pay you the rest, but that's all we've got right
So we
now.
already have paid him the six.
Six.
I've got a check over there,
I'll
in
sign
the
it.
mail tomorrow.
Okay. Good deal.
Hey, Billy, we really don't need it anymore.
You signed
We
it.
don't need
I'll sign it,
fireworks
yeah.
anymore anyway.
Well, we still gotta get the rest of the money, so we gotta get him his money.
You know what I think? I think they made a donation, they made a donation, and I think the fireworks show was real good.
Yeah,
And
that.
It was great, and,
To me, we need to figure out how to
It's kind of
raise,
embarrassing that we can't pay $845 deal or something.
raise the money for this is not a city. This is not something to be discussed at city council, because they ain't cities.
How much money do you need to pay the guy?
$843.
$839.
I'll pay it, move on.
I'll split it with you.
I'll help. We'll give him a check tonight, I'll give him the money. Okay, that's covered.
I will say this, though, we gotta do better.
We got to
Oh,
go.
yeah, absolutely.
No, we
We're
are.
gonna do it, we gotta get some better
Yeah,
organization.
this is embarrassing.
Will your wife be willing to?
I'll probably put my daughter on this, and she's right down her.
If we still got the account,
I would, we need a slush.
there's already one there.
If not, then.
I'll find out, we don't want to start, I'll find out, there may be $1 or $2 left in it, I don't know.
Johnny, what you're talking about is we need a slush fund, if we're gonna do a little jump like this.
Well, I mean, you have a bingo night, or you have a horseshoe party,
Correct.
or whatever that looks like, right?
Yeah.
Then that's where that donation goes,
Yeah.
is into that fund. Then the city's pretty well out of the picture at that point.
Correct.
Then
The city, we need to take it where none of the money runs through the city. Because they shut us down on Sawmill Days, and they'll end up shutting it down again, and just be simple.
Well,
Mr. Sam set up the account, I will tell you how he did it. He set up the account under his tax ID number. So he was responsible, he had to turn it in, but he was retired, he said, I'll be fine, it won't hurt me when I pay income tax. He paid our taxes, so that.
my tax man's pretty good.
There's $300 on
Hey, we might be all right on this, Johnny, how about you, Jimmy? You up for three? Me and Johnny might make money on this deal.
it. All right. Last thing on the list tonight, Jimmy had some Freedom of Information Act or something questions on the police department. That's the stuff that was handed out. In our council meeting, we've all had, Jimmy, what is your questions?
I just wanted to know about I've had a lot of people ask me about the certificates of training. So I wanted to know the training levels on every officer.
Where we at?
I ain't got it.
No, I was just saying.
Those certificates are at each officer's house, and they're online with, who do they get, how do they get registered?
Standards.
Standards has all of that on file. And I don't know how it would ever generate all those individuals, because they've got them they're not kept here at City Hall, they're kept at,
So we don't keep.
We don't
records
keep
on file
copies of them on
of all
file
our
here.
officers?
they never have.
Well, I mean, the fire department does right in that office, or
Yeah.
at least we used to, on every person.
I thought they did.
Yeah. I mean, that was something they need to keep on file.
I would hope so.
Kinda like an employee going to wastewater school.
Brenda had a copy of every one of ours.
But I don't.
They take some of those, a lot of those classes are done online on their own time, and city don't necessarily know that they're even taking some of them, they're continuing education classes.
I'm not needing to know every certificate, I wanna know.
I mean, if I go do it, if I
It's
go.
full-time, how do we know he's full-time? If he's part-time, how do we know he's
Billy, if I
full-time?
go.
Certified.
Certified or non-certified, yeah.
Yeah, there you
That's
go.
all I'm
I
asking.
understand.
Our certified officers are Greg, Munns,
So they should have some kind of certificate that says they're a fully certified police officer.
I'm sure we got those in there.
I mean, if I go to sell
I don't keep
at an auction, I'm gonna have to show my auctioneer's license, or flying airplane, you have to show your pilot's license, I mean.
You got
for any
some-
company, right?
Like Brett's not fully certified, but he's not allowed to work without another officer. Brett, and you got, who else is doing, you got,
Philip and Zach.
are working, but they're not allowed to work at all if we don't have a certified officer out. So when they're making an arrest, a certified officer, if they're pulling somebody over, a certified officer gotta come up. Brett can't do a ticket without a certified officer being there. He may
Can
do
you
the
transfer
ticket.
though to Pike County?
Yes, you can, I can write a ticket, but they can be in the area that, it says they have to be out. Now, the way they do it is if the full-time officer's free, they come over to us and assist. If we're arresting somebody, there's gonna be a full-time officer there. That's up until Greg gets a practical.
So what's your practicals?
It's first aid, which we took with the city, and then, self-defense. I think there's a driving course, and something else. And it's like 38 hours worth of class, and it's added on physical.
So you haven't done your practicals, but you're out arrested duty,
I've done my online license,
but you haven't done your hands-on practicals.
no.
That's my problem right there. Nothing against this man,
Well, it's.
but he's gonna go out and arrest somebody and fight somebody, and he doesn't have a certificate, that's a lawsuit waiting to happen, y'all.
It's in the, Alita lets you do that.
Put that back in the book.
It's just my take on it, man. And it's not towards you.
Yeah,
Please don't.
I'm just saying, that's what the.
I'm getting calls every day, you know, why we got officers out there ain't fully certified arresting citizens, let the right person find out. The jail's gonna eat us alive. If you go arrest my family and I find out you're not certified, I'm gonna take you to court.
I can drive it.
I just don't understand it. I want some clarification.
Yeah,
There's ID, and I ain't even in law enforcement. But
It says here you're Haitian.
I'm just saying, that's just like an integral part. You know, you gotta have a ID to run a car, I mean, is it, you're having trouble getting this stuff,
I don't know where they're at. Do you? I mean, I'm not being mean, do you know where level these guys are?
I have no idea.
Exactly. But they're all out running the streets.
Yeah. I ain't got no idea. I know I'm like you though, I get my buddy down about.
I need it a lot.
Every week.
Takes the right person. So that's why, I mean, I'm not asking for every little certificate they have, because I know they got basic, they got intermediate, but they gotta have a form that says they're full-time. They've been through Alita, right?
He
Is that
won't,
what you
he
do?
won't be full-time.
No, but he has to have something that says he's able to be on the street. He's,
Yeah,
what, part-time two certified?
like I've got my online part done, and I've got that certificate part. And it should be in there, and then when you finish your practicals, you get the full certificate.
Hey, I'm not defending him.
Is part of your certification so many hours on the street?
Oh, yeah, I'm sure it has to be.
I think that's, in the PD policy.
Jimmy, I'm not defending him, but the police chief is the one that had this stuff for putting
Oh,
in that.
that's what I'm getting at, I'm not pointing, I'm not pointing fingers at this man right here, he's out busting his butt, he's trying to work for us, he's doing it on his dime, not against him in no shape, form, or fashion. I'm looking at the whole perspective here,
Yeah.
you know, and we're sitting at the top of that perspective, we're counsel.
Yeah, it's unacceptable. That's
Don't agree with it.
unacceptable. I mean, what keeps you from getting in trouble for impersonating a cop? I ain't being smart, like, I'm just
It's
saying.
once you're signed in and logged in and enrolled in class, you can work as a law enforcement officer. As long, like, the way it is now, you have to have a full-time officer out with you. You know, you have to be in contact, be able to contact a full-time officer while you're out, is the way it is. Once you get practicals done, a part-time dude can work by themselves.
I know Glenwood's done that. Pike County does that all the time. But they're just no more certified than he is. Pike County got guys out rolling, well, they got a fully certified officer out that signed up in that class. That's the way everybody's doing it.
Oh, it's just some of my thoughts.
Okay, I'll put it on the agenda Monday night. If y'all wanna tell Greg to get rid of all his help, I'll be happy to do it.
Wasn't the purpose of the whole thing.
Well, it is the purpose of it, because if you don't want them working till they get fully certified, they're not gonna go through and get that. I don't think.
I mean, that's,
I
right
think
now,
what I'm hearing is everyone wants a better understanding of what the process looks like.
Yeah.
And ensure
That's all it
the
was.
council that we're operating within, that's what I.
Well, if they're signed into the class,
and as of right now, the only thing, I think Philip is just signed in, just got signed in. He was riding, he signed his ride waiver. He just got signed into class, started his online classes. Me and Zach are both done with our 120-hour class. We're just waiting on practice. That's all.
How long have you been waiting on practice?
I started in April, I think.
So 5 months you've been waiting to get practice.
I got
And
my-
who has to give you practice?
Great.
That's my point.
We did go to Pike County a while back and did our taser training. That's part of your practice, we got that done. But the rest of it, we're still waiting.
Man's been on the street for 5 months. It hasn't got practice.
what do you want me to do, guys? I'm
All right,
fine.
we're
If you want me to
just
send them all
gonna-
home, I'll send, if you want me to send the whole freaking police department to the house, I will. I'm happy, what are you gonna do?
I don't even know why.
You just gotta tell me how you want me to direct me
I
to do it.
don't know why you're going to extreme with it.
I'm not going to extreme
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
you
Y'all
are.
tell me what to
No,
do.
That's what I'm just telling you. That's not the point behind what he's saying.
Tell me what you want me to bring up in the council meeting Monday night for you to vote on it, and it's gonna be done.
Put police on the agenda and
We'll handle
we'll
it.
visit about it and we'll try to come up with something that works for us.
Okay,
That's all.
I'm good with that.
That's super.
If you want, like I say, I am just the mayor. If y'all say send all the police force home because we're writing tickets you don't want written on Facebook, send them all home.
There ain't a one of us that said that.
I know
This
you're
whole
not.
time.
Not that extreme yet.
Well,
I don't want
wouldn't even
anybody to
say
go
that
home.
to
They're
begin
out
with,
here
really, but
playing
he's-
in their own time.
Yeah, you're looking at it from a lot of.
I'm looking at the liability.
One thing I do know, guys, is if you watch any news whatsoever and you've seen that Uvalde stuff and some of that stuff is happening down there, you look at them shaking the bushes and they're going back up the stream and they're saying, what did you know, when did you know, and why did you not do nothing about it? And I'm not talking about the guy that was at the scene, I'm talking about the guy that was over the guy that was at the scene, that was under the guy that should have been at the scene. And so, you kinda, it's gonna make its way back up to us if we have some kind of a weird, God forbid, a hostage standoff or something crazy. We're going to get our act together and the route we're going is not,
How about just do better?
I'm tired of doing better.
What you got, what you got done that gets you certified to work?
Practice, I mean, like 38 hours practice. That's all we need.
No, what did you say you had to get signed into?
Oh, class.
What?
Class.
Spell it.
CLEST. They can do online classes.
Okay. What else you want to say that, Danny?
I just wanted to know where we stand on each officer. So we know, you obviously, you know the three are full-time, right?
Yeah, I mean,
They're hired, they're full-time officers, so the guys that are giving their time up to be part-time two, is it called?
Yes.
So they should be part-time two certified. Or in the you know what I'm saying?
Should be.
Yeah, that's all.
if you gotta have them fully part-time two certified, nobody ever gets certified. Everybody gets whatever he's saying, call the sheriff down there and ask. They're signing them up and getting them in that class, getting them started, and they work with them to get through. Nobody is hitting the street day one, fully part-time two certified. It ain't happening. On the part-time guys, they're just volunteering.
We just ask
I
them
just-
to do it day one, we just ask them to do it before 5 months.
It's like a bad night playing poker here.
I know you are, okay,
Brenda's in what that is.
$900.
Is this my tip for tonight?
No.
I'm just teasing, don't make me
Do not
serious.
shoot off over $44 worth of fireworks for Thanksgiving.
You know,
All right.
we tried to do 5,000.
You want a certification for the full-time officers?
Like to
and
me,
the
you
clips?
know, like you need to get your fireworks donated if you can.
Well,
Just need to know where-
TJ's working with me on that.
You want that? Okay.
$800.
You need 40 more bucks.
Let's get this set.
That was 800, I give you three.
The whole purpose of that thing was to make money for the fire department.
See, we done three apiece.
I got
I got
two
two.
all $100 deals I had. I can run over today.
Oh, what'd you do? You done two?
Yeah.
Oh, here, I got.
No, let me run over that to you, man.
What don't do it? No, here, there's another 100. I was gonna do the whole thing,
Okay.
so I'm gonna the ground, man. Yeah.
Now, and we've got that little extra.
Okay. And your wife's gonna work with him on,
I'll get.
Our daughter.
Daughter and wife.
and that probably needs to be something, sorry.
Kayla? No.
I'll tell you something that I'd like to do. We need to find out some people to do this.
She knows what she's doing.
We got the approval finally got all the approval to start over here on the industrial park on the playground. I got that book today. I gotta get up here, Brenda. I've been thinking a lot, and we need a park committee that works on, y'all think of somebody, we need to try to point this money now if we can get some people to do it. Cause we got people wanting to use the ball fields over there. And the schools told us we can use those ball fields. We just gotta, schools aren't gonna do anything with them, they're there if you want them. Jody said he'd do whatever we need to do that, but we got the park over there that's got 3 ball fields on it. And we got people want more playground equipment. I would like to see, let's get a park committee that works, first off, park committee, we need to get the ball fields working. And then if you want some more, anything else done on it, committee needs to do it. I went to a park and wanted to over get my granddaughter, and I think what'd be neat over at this city park, they've got a storybook plan. And kids playing that as much as they play on the park equipment, like Cinderella, build a or a Snow White or something. You gotta buy the characters, but you just build a little house. And I think if you went up there around the city park, around the walk area we got, take 30 foot back and start leveling it, you don't have to build a whole park this year. Somebody wants to come in there, one thing I'd like to do, everybody likes this, what do you call the beanbag pitching or whatever it is? Corn dog?
Pickleball.
Set up, go 30, well, pickleball, of course, we're gonna get. We're getting there. Hey, I got 9 more texts from you on that pickleball, Joe. But maybe go in there and this year you do,
I agree.
come back 30 feet, and just start coming back 30 feet, level up, go around cause you go around inside that whole park up there, and put just a single wide event. Go down there every 50 feet to 30 feet, but keep the width back, figure out what your width back's gonna be, so you keep it level. And just go back 30 feet, if it needs to be 100 foot long for the next thing. And somebody take a project, somebody come in and say, well, I didn't know the city needed that. I said, we need people to take on anything you want. The sawmill up here is one projects to do. So say, okay, y'all can spend $6,000 this year. They'll do a $6,000, we got 30 foot wide, and if that's 30 foot, we need to go for a meeting. But we need a committee working on that.
What
We
we
got
need-
everybody wanting to do these ball fields, but nobody's working on them. I haven't got time to, and y'all don't have time. We need to get more involved than just us 6 or 7 here. if you want parks to be more, somebody's gotta put some effort in.
I know, Billy, but here's what we're gonna have to do on that, and I'm with you on everything you said, but we're gonna have to, but it seemed to me like the last few years sitting here, and I'm not talking about necessarily with you, but with others, with the other mayor, or whatever, is you got, not anything against anybody, but just due to the laws and what have you, the mayor appoints committees. So if the mayor appoints a committee or just a community committee, like he was saying his daughter was good at it, got together and took on this thing outside of the city, we wouldn't be having to worry about mixing the funds, they show an interest, they care about it, they, you know, and do, raise money for the community instead of the city. And do it at the most convenient, nice place. But what my point in saying all that is, the city's gonna have to just get out of the way in a lot of cases and not be involved, because.
Well, think about that park up there, if you did what I'm talking about. We could get out of the way and let somebody do, we're going back 30 foot down there, see, get the dirt hauled in, get it leveled up. And after that, you wanna do a project this year, Johnny, with your group? Jimmy, you wanna do a project this year? I don't care if you got 5 projects going on up there, I don't care if you got but one.
But we could donate, the city could donate something to it, just as a normal donor, you know, donate something to it, but in general, it'd be.
No, here ain't either.
I'm saying, if I need a dirt or something.
We can do the dirt work
something like that.
on the property, yeah.
In-kind labor, y'all, we can.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
But, y'all be thinking, and I'd like to give we need more than a park committee. Maybe it's like if Johnny's daughter takes on the fireworks show, that's a committee, that's a whole big committee in itself. The park committee, the committee by itself. The chamber's doing a lot of stuff right now, getting a lot of stuff done for the town looking better.
Hey, my friend raised $28,000, I contributed very little, but raised $28,000 in 2 weeks with no government involvement, no help from anybody other than the pharmacies, the banks, and the guy is a very good man, and that's why you got that beautiful flag down there by the chamber, that American flag flying.
We just need to get some committees back where, I've never argued, if people think I'm against committees, I'm 100% for committees. I just need people to say, come up and say, hey, instead of grabbing on Facebook about how bad we're doing.
We had that group that come and talk about the ball stuff and never came again.
We need to get them back involved, because before next year, you need to get that ball field ready to play on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try to go up there at federal surplus. They got a day, the 10th of next month. They got 40-foot brand new light poles laying up there, and if they put them on, they say everything's half price on the 10th. They got 70 40-foot brand new light poles. I'd like to go get 20 of them, because it costs you $75 a pole, and lay back hoping we're gonna get something like that, because then you could light everything. If you can get 40-foot light poles for $75 a piece, we can light a bunch of stuff. That's not got the lights, but a $75 40-foot pole, $150 at what they are right now is cheap. But we get them for $75. Of course, somebody may jump on it before I get there, but I'm gonna try to get us some of those. But,
So council, we got Monday night at 6, right?
Monday night 6, yep.
I'll be
We're gonna
here.
start the first meeting
Yeah.
with,
I'll be here right at 6, I get off work at 5.
and then we'll go into the council meeting.
That's fine.
I just checked, we bought 12 of those 50 kW generators last year. And we paid $45,000, so 36.
That's installed.
Even buying 12, we still pay $45,000.
I need to get you in touch with my sister's husband, because that's all he does. He won't put a Generac anymore, he's off the jet, he says Generac he's having some problems with, and he's going to Kohler or, something else, I don't know what he said. This may be a Generac the way it's going here, I don't know, Generac's gonna be as cheap as Kohler. This is Cummins. And, all right, is there anything else we need to discuss, or anything else in Monday night council meeting? I think I had a good work session, guys. I'll get the ordinances done up and then I'll let you know how to get the agenda set up for.